Before anything else, take a moment and really think about this. Has something strange been happening as you've gotten older? Women who once paid you no attention, suddenly watching you, observing you, studying you quietly when they think you're not looking. You might notice it in the grocery store, at family gatherings, at social events, or even online. It feels subtle at first, almost harmless. You may even feel flattered by it. But behind that attention, there is a deeper, unspoken truth that most men never figure out. As you age, something powerful shifts. Your attractiveness doesn't fade the way society tells you it should. In fact, it transforms. It becomes richer, steadier, and strangely magnetic. And women sense it instantly, even if you don't. But the reason for this attraction isn't what most men imagine. It has nothing to do with the amount of hair on your head, the size of your bank account, or the shape of your body. The real reason goes much deeper, so deep that women rarely admit it out loud. Once you understand this hidden motivation, you will see relationships, dating, and your own value through a completely new lens. It will change the way you interpret attention. It will change the way you respond to affection. And it will give you the clarity to protect your peace, your time, and your emotional energy. So why does your value rise as you age? Why do women start noticing you in ways they never did before? It comes down to one word: security. But not the shallow version of security that many men assume. Security in a woman's world comes in multiple forms: emotional, psychological, lifestyle, financial, and even spiritual. Modern life is chaotic, unpredictable, and full of stress. Many women live in a constant state of uncertainty, unstable relationships, demanding jobs, financial pressure, and emotional overwhelm. And when a woman looks at a senior man, she doesn't just see a man, she sees an anchor. A calm, quiet, grounded force in a world that constantly shakes her. You've lived through storms. You've seen failure, success, heartbreak, triumph, and reinvention. And whether you realize it or not, your presence gives off a different kind of energy. You're not impulsive. You're not desperate for attention. You're not trying to prove yourself. Younger men still fight those battles every day, but you've outgrown them. And women feel that deeply. But here's where things become complicated. Not all security a woman seeks is good for you. Some women genuinely want emotional peace. They want a partner who listens, a man who is reliable, someone who brings comfort instead of chaos. Others, however, are drawn by different motivations. Some seek financial stability. Some want a comfortable lifestyle. Some crave emotional validation. A few want control, believing older men are easier to influence because they assume you're simply grateful for companionship. And some want a man who will carry their problems so they don't have to. This isn't about judging women. It's about understanding the reality of human behavior. Because if you misread her intentions, you risk giving away your time, your heart, or your resources to someone who never truly wanted you. She only wanted what came with you. Most men over 55 never question any of this. They think affection at this age is a miracle, a rare blessing, something they should hold on to no matter what. But you're wiser than that. You've lived too much life to be naive, ever again. You know that attention doesn't always equal love. Respect doesn't always equal loyalty. And warmth doesn't always equal good intentions. When a woman approaches you now, it is very rarely about pure attraction the way it was when you were 25. Back then, the drivers were chemistry, energy, excitement, and physical allure. Today, the motivations are shaped by life experience, fear, responsibility, and the desire for emotional grounding. So the real question isn't why a woman wants you. The real question is, what kind of security is she seeking from you? If you misunderstand that, you may end up giving more than you receive. You may end up emotionally drained, financially burdened, or deeply disappointed. But when you understand her true intention, You gain the power to protect your peace and choose wisely. Here's something most men overlook. Women change their strategies with age. When they're young, beauty is their currency. When they're older, psychology becomes their strength. They learn to express needs without saying them directly. They learn to create emotional pressure subtly, through gratitude, vulnerability, gentleness, or even silence. They may use sympathy, guilt, or softness to shape the dynamic in ways that benefit them. And this is where senior men often fall into a dangerous trap. You become too forgiving, too understanding, too eager to help. Life has softened you. After years of stress, heartbreak, responsibility, and loss, all you want now is peace. You don't want drama. You don't want fights. You don't want emotional games. You want companionship, warmth, and quiet happiness. Women can feel that, and the wrong woman will use it. She may approach you with gentleness, gratitude, sweetness, and admiration. She may tell you she feels safe with you, that she respects your wisdom, that your presence puts her at ease. But here's the question you must always ask yourself. Does she value you, or does she value the stability you provide? Many senior men lose track of this distinction. They assume that any appreciation must be real because they're not used to receiving attention anymore. But you must look beyond words. Watch her actions. Observe her expectations. Notice whether her comfort depends on your effort, your money, your emotional support, or your time. Because if everything depends on you, then she didn't choose you. She chose the benefits attached to you. And that's the truth men are rarely told. Women desire senior men for one primary reason. You bring emotional and life stability they cannot find in younger men. You are the calm in the storm. You are the grounding presence. You are the stability they crave. Whether her intentions are pure or manipulative depends on the woman, but the motivation remains the same. Younger men, for all their energy, often lack emotional consistency. They get overwhelmed, distracted, jealous, impulsive, or competitive. But you've outgrown that. Life has refined you. You think before you act. You walk away when something feels wrong. You keep your emotions steady. You choose peace over ego. And that steadiness is incredibly attractive. Women navigating aging, loneliness, financial uncertainty, and emotional stress find refuge in a man who knows himself, a man who moves with intention, a man who doesn't need validation from the world. But this is where the twist appears. The very stability that draws a woman toward you can also be the thing she later tries to control. A woman who feels comfort in your steadiness may also sense that you value peace more than conflict. And if she realizes you are afraid of losing companionship, she may attempt to shape your habits, your finances, your routines, even your social decisions in ways that benefit her more than they benefit you. Not all women do this, of course. Many are loving, balanced, and sincere. But the ones who do often do it quietly, slowly, almost invisibly. This is why the truth matters so much. Women choose older men primarily for stability, not excitement, not appearance, not social status. Stability. And once you understand that, everything about dating, relationships, and trust becomes clearer. You begin to set boundaries. You begin to protect your emotional health. You stop giving too much, too soon. You stop mistaking attention for affection. You stop confusing comfort with compatibility. And gradually, the entire dynamic shifts. You start choosing women who genuinely appreciate you instead of women who simply need you. You recognize emotional manipulation faster. You recognize red flags earlier. You recognize which women add peace to your life and which women drain it. This awareness alone can save you years of frustration and protect the happiness you deserve in this chapter of your life. Because here's something most senior men feel deeply but rarely say. Attention hits differently at this age. Companionship hits differently. Presence hits differently. When a woman looks at you with warmth now, it's not about ego. It's about connection. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're not chasing validation. You're not trying to recreate the energy of your youth. You simply want a relationship that brings calmness, joy, and reliability. But that desire for calmness can become dangerous if the wrong woman enters your life. A woman who senses your longing for peace may give you just enough affection to keep you emotionally open, yet gradually increase her expectations of what you should give in return. You see, women understand older men far more than older men realize. They know you won't play games. They know you're not looking for drama. They know you're unlikely to cheat or disappear. They know your emotional energy is steady, predictable, and loyal. And sometimes they use these qualities to their advantage, intentionally or unintentionally. But here's the important distinction. The right woman will match your stability. The wrong woman will drain it. A woman with genuine intentions will bring peace into your life. She will care about your health, your comfort, your routines, and your emotional well-being. She will not push you into financial burden or emotional exhaustion. She will respect your independence, your boundaries, your time, and your identity. She sees your steadiness not as a resource to exploit, but as a blessing to protect. She helps create a relationship where both of you can breathe easier, not a relationship where one person breathes while the other suffocates. But the wrong woman, she takes the stability you offer and turns it into leverage. She expects more time, more support, more money, more emotional labor. She may use guilt. She may use silence. She may use vulnerability as a tool rather than as communication. And slowly, without you realizing it, you become responsible for her happiness, her comfort, her life decisions, even her emotional storms. You become the anchor she depends on, but you receive none of the grounding you provide. This is why one question must guide every senior man in a relationship. Does she make your life simpler or heavier? Because at your age, simplicity is not just a preference, it's a necessity. Peace is not a luxury, it's health. Stability is not just attractive, it's survival. The right woman will lighten your days. The wrong woman will burden them. And you will know the difference not through her words, but through the weight you feel around her. If a woman truly values you, she will bring emotional clarity, not confusion. She will bring appreciation, not expectation. She will bring encouragement, not control. She will bring honesty, not hidden motives. But a woman who sees you only as a source of stability will treat you like a life jacket, not a life partner. And here's something few men realize. The moment you give stability without requiring anything in return, you teach her that your effort is infinite. You teach her that your boundaries are flexible. You teach her that you will sacrifice yourself for the sake of keeping the relationship together. Not because you're weak, but because you're kind, because you're loyal, because you want peace, because you're tired of conflict. But kindness without boundaries becomes self-destruction. That's why stability cannot be one-directional. You cannot give stability to a woman who creates chaos. You cannot give calmness to a woman who thrives in emotional storms. You cannot give commitment to a woman who gives you confusion. You deserve balance. You deserve reciprocity. You deserve peace. So what does a stable woman actually look like? She is emotionally consistent. She communicates honestly. She values your health. She respects your space and your time. She doesn't see you as a financial plan. She doesn't use guilt to control your decisions. She contributes to the relationship instead of consuming it. This type of woman makes your life lighter, calmer, richer. But a woman without stability will require more than any man, especially a senior man, should ever give. She may want you to solve her problems, She may want financial security that she didn't build. She may want emotional support she doesn't return. She may want control disguised as love. And if you're not careful, your final years, the years meant for rest, joy, connection, and peace, become years of carrying someone else's responsibilities. This is why you must protect your stability, because the moment you lose it, you lose the very thing women were drawn to in the first place. Here's a truth most men discover too late. When a man gives endlessly without boundaries, a woman begins to expect endlessly. Not because she's malicious, but because humans adapt to what they're given. And this is why understanding the core motivation behind female attraction, stability, is essential. It gives you clarity. It gives you power. It gives you the ability to see intentions, not just affection. When you recognize that she is drawn to your steadiness, you begin to ask deeper questions. Does she appreciate my stability, or does she rely on it? Does she match my emotional effort? Does she bring peace into my life, or does she take it away? These questions are not meant to create distrust. They're meant to protect your heart, your health, and your future. Because here's the powerful truth. When a senior man stops fearing the loss of a woman, he becomes more attractive than ever. Women respect a man who values himself. They respect a man who sets boundaries. They respect a man who gives generously but not blindly. And the women who came with questionable intentions will slowly drift away. They cannot manipulate a man who is emotionally grounded. They cannot control a man who knows his worth. They cannot pressure a man who's not desperate for companionship. But the women who truly appreciate you, they lean in closer. They feel safer. They feel honored. They feel respected. They feel inspired to bring their best self forward. Because strong women want a man who stands firm, not a man who bends to avoid conflict. This is the transformation that changes your entire romantic life. You stop chasing. You start choosing. You stop proving yourself. You start evaluating. You stop overgiving. You start protecting your peace. And suddenly, dating at this age becomes not only easier, but enjoyable. You finally understand what you bring to the table. Calmness, wisdom, emotional strength, life experience, self-awareness, and yes, stability. These qualities may not have mattered much at 25, but now they are priceless. Every woman who approaches you senses them. Every woman feels the difference in your presence. Every woman knows you're not like younger men who are still searching for themselves. But here's the most important truth of all. You are no longer the one who must prove your worth. You are the one who gets to decide who is worthy of you. You've earned peace. You've earned stability. You've earned respect. You've earned a partnership that brings joy instead of stress. You've earned a relationship built on mutual effort, not dependency. A woman may want you for one powerful reason: because you bring stability, because you are grounded, because you make her feel safe in a chaotic world. But you get to choose whether she deserves the stability you offer. So protect your peace, guard your energy, honor your value, and never forget, you are the prize now. You are the foundation. You are the strength. And the right woman will come not to take from you, but to build with you.